Hi, welcome to Ant's Creations. Today I'm going to be trying something a little bit different. I'm going to try and make a platter from an old shelf, like a really old shelf. It is like old plywood. Let's see how it works. Check this out. As you can see, it's been around. It was a paint shelf and all types of shelf use was made out of it. That sounds very weird. But yes, what I'm going to do is cut off like the bad pieces and laminate two together, which will give us about enough thickness just to make a platter. It is about 32 centimeters across, so the platter will be around about that size. Now I'm going to take it to the cut-off saw, we'll do the cutting, and then start the glue-up process. See you in a bit. As you can see, it's cut and sanded. Oops, ready for the glue up. I got it to sit really nice and all the grains are the opposite way. Yeah, so watch the glue up and we'll let it set for 24 hours and then we can start turning. Okay, now you can see it's all glued up. It's been 24 hours, actually over 24 hours. Now what I'm going to do is just mark off the edgings and trim it down so it's easier to mount on the lathe and start turning. Okay, just going to use this as a template for more or less for the moment, just to give us sort of an idea as to how we're going to do this. Mostly just to cut off the corners. As you can see, it's all been trimmed up, ready for the lathe. Now I just need to mount this backing plate, which I've already centered. I'm using screws that are not too long, because this will be the hollowed out section of the platter. Yeah, let me go ahead and do that. Hopefully it doesn't move. Alrighty, let's mount this bad boy up. Always a little bit tricky. As you can see, that's about as big as this lathe can handle. So for now this is going to be very tricky, but I will definitely be having my tailstock on. And then we can start our turning. And we can just start tightening up. Alright, here we go. All my safeties ready. Alright, now we're going to just fill these little voids. It's unavoidable with this type of wood. So I'm hoping for the best and the best color match. So I really want to get it really down in there. I did clean them out. Obviously a lot of sanding and a lot of preparation work before we are anywhere near finished. Just want to make sure there's a lot in there. So bear with me. Now it's time for sanding sealer. This should help us see if we like the finish. Also not extremely happy with the color that we've chosen with the wood filler, so we're going to put some sanding sealer on, see how it is. We can always pull that out and redo it at some point, but for now I just want to see how this turns out. So I'm just actually going to use it with a cloth. I'm not going to brush it on, I'm going to rub it on. That gives a similar effect. Let's see. Okay, as you can see, it's been turned around, ready to hollow out the middle of the platter. I've just used the tailstock just for security, because plywood is not really meant to be turned like this. So I don't want it to break and shoot off and cause problems. Anyway, let's see what happens. Alrighty, it's a little bit rough obviously after turning, so now we're going to do some sanding with 150 grit starting. Let's see how it looks. And as you can see, it's finally finished. I just put 2 coats of clear varnish on it. It is not perfect by any means. It was more of an experiment and just to have a bit of fun. This wood does chip out quite a bit. You know, it's thin layers glued together, so it is what it is. I think it's pretty cool. It sits nicely on the table, and yeah, funny to think it came from that lot. So yeah, I'll show some pics at the end. Let me know what you think.